We've all heard about our conscious and subconscious mind, which is what we mainly use for shadow work and manifesting. But what is the superconscious mind? In short, the superconscious mind is what we actually use for shadow work. The conscious and subconscious mind is the results of it. So, let's talk more about this elusive part of our mind and how we can use it to transcend ourselves. Stay to the end, where I'll show you a chance to activate your superconscious mind as well. Namaste, Sacred Masters. I'm Dr. Iwas Ukegi, Shadow Work NLP Manifestation Coach, and I'm here to help you with your shadow work and manifesting questions, as well as give you tips on new ways you can practice your self-growth. Let's talk about this elusive superconscious mind. Well, there are many definitions. A simple definition of the superconscious mind is from the Italian psychiatrist Roberto Assagioli, where he defines it as the high unconscious denotes our higher potentialities which seeks to express themselves, but which we often repel and repress. This is the part of us that encompasses a level of awareness that sees beyond material reality and taps into the energy and consciousness behind that reality. In Sanskrit, it is called Karana Chitta, the mind of light, the all-knowing intelligence of the soul. It is God, it is the ether, it is the essence of the universe, it is us. The superconscious mind rests above the subconscious and conscious states. We talk about the subconscious inducing dreams and sleep, which you can see on my Advanced Shadow Work course up here in the links and description below. But the superconscious does not involve any relaxation of energy. Rather, it uplifts the soul into an extremely peaceful and energetic state. If you take a student bounded by the rules of his school and education, we're talking about the conscious mind. If you take someone data crunching in his job, we talk about the subconscious mind. If you talk about a yogi who is able to rise above the changeable world and live in the state of universal transcendental consciousness, we are talking about the superconscious mind. The conscious is responsible for thoughts, subconscious is feelings, and superconscious is our freed soul. Thus, meditation, chanting, affirmation proves one of the most useful ways to tap into our superconsciousness. I'll get into that later. Because of how powerful the superconscious mind is, it is also the least understood and least accessed aspects of consciousness. Why? Because it does not belong to the physical, emotional, or mental places that we are accustomed to living in our 3D world. At least with our subconscious, we can see evidence of it in our dreams. But remember, the superconscious is your higher mind, your true self. Albert Einstein refers to the superconsciousness through the fact our reality is an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. By knowing that our reality is just a mirror of our inner world projected into the outer world, we are tapping into our awareness of our superconscious. This makes reality subjective because you are aware that reality is just a projection of your mind. Let's look at the stages here. We have the conscious mind, which we see our current 3D world. Then we have the subconscious mind, which we see dreams, and the superconscious mind, where the ether exists. We know that dreams are not real when we wake up, so we must know our 3D world is not real when we wake up. Think about it. Unless you train your mind, when you are dreaming, you accept your dream as reality. That is, until you wake up. But while you are dreaming, 99% of people accept that what they are dreaming is real now, no matter how ridiculous it may be. Whether you're flying or drowning but you can still breathe, getting chased by monsters in slow motion, all the things that can't happen in the 3D world happens in our subconscious mind while dreaming, and we still accept them while in that state. The same can be said about the conscious mind and the 3D world in that we accept our 3D world as reality and real. That is, until we can use our superconscious mind to become aware. Lucid dreaming is when you know you're dreaming and it's not real. Lucid living is knowing our 3D world is just a projection and the real truth is our superconscious mind. When you use your superconscious mind, you can perceive success, failures, joy, pain, light, and dark, and be undisturbed by all. The superconscious mind taps into the universal law of relativity. If you want to know these 12 laws of the universe, you can click on the link above or description box below to learn more. So thus, the first stage to utilizing your superconscious mind is to first become aware. Like lucid dreaming, becoming aware that our 3D world is merely a dream in its own way is something that can be changed once you change your consciousness. My channel is filled with videos on how to change your consciousness and vibrations. Be sure to scroll through the playlist and homepage to find one for yourself. But what these videos can help you do is use your superconscious to alter and change your reality so that you experience the joy and happiness that you desire and the true state of being. Thus, using your superconscious mind to do shadow work is crucial in order to attain your true being. We start by understanding our shadow. Our repressed, our repelled side are not negative things, but rather we see them as healing points into our journey for our transcendent selves. Once we keep this mindset, we are on our way to becoming sacred masters. So don't forget it. Every time you catch yourself feeling these negative energies, sit down with yourself, tap into your superconscious mind, peel away from this objective reality. Remind yourself that you feel fear in your dreams even though they aren't real. Remind yourself that if you feel fear in your 3D, it's not real. But like how dreams are how the subconscious tell us what you need to work on, your 3D reality is how your conscious mind tells you what you need to work on. The superconscious mind exists to remind you that you are merely observing on what shadow work you need to do. The more you heal, the closer you get to your superconscious mind. That is because the superconscious mind is accessed through both the conscious and subconscious, though it operates outside of both. It is where creativity, invention, scientific breakthrough, inspiration, and motivation comes from. Feeling lack of any of these is due to you not tapping into your superconscious mind. Thus, by utilizing shadow work, we can heal and open doors within this infinite intelligence. Also remember, the superconscious is where the source known as collective unconscious or hive mind comes from. They may be outside your own personal knowledge, but still accessible with your superconscious mind. If you want to know how to begin shadow work, you can see this 7-day course I made into a playlist for you. Use this course to work on one issue at a time and slowly build up your access to your superconscious mind. Shadow work is a key to opening your superconscious, just like how your conscious mind does something over and over again until your subconscious makes it automatic, like riding a bicycle. But don't be afraid about whether your superconscious mind is closed or not. It is always open. You are using it not only in your waking 3D world, but your dreams as well. It draws information from your conscious and subconscious to help you solve problems or achieve your goals. This is why it is so important to clearly define your goals, have faith in the process, and never doubt that it will work. Sounds familiar? That is what a lot of law of attraction coaches teach as well. But those who have seen my full 12 laws of the universe video know that you can't just manifest by sitting down and doing nothing either. But watch that if you're interested in it. I want to talk about how to tap into your superconscious now and how to know whether it is your superconscious talking or merely your mind playing tricks on you. Tapping into your superconscious involves 3 steps. 1. Clearly define goals, as I've said. Remember that your goals should be written down daily so that it is imprinted into your subconscious mind as well. As I said before, the superconscious works on both conscious and subconscious, so make sure your goals are in both parts of your mind. This is the law of attraction at work. Number 2. Now, gather as much information as you can relating to your goal or problem you want to solve. Research, read, ask questions. Through it, discover your best answers. Don't worry about whether you think it is the right one yet. Just know that you will be turning it over to your superconscious. This is the law of compensation at work here. 3. The third is to let it go. Go do something, because when your conscious and subconscious is not engaged in it, your superconscious takes over. It will start to take all your ideas, resources, people you know, and start building up your dreams and desires. This is the law of perpetual motion at work here. At this point, really start listening to your instincts. Listen to your gut feelings. This is how your superconscious talks to you. If you feel your gut or instincts talking to you, act on it immediately. This is the law of inspired action at work here. But you must be wondering, because that little naughty conscious mind of yours likes to put doubt in your head, you must be wondering whether it is your superconscious talking, or you merely just having thoughts in your head. You'll know it because you'll suddenly know that all the steps you need to do. It is 100% complete and within your capability and resources. If you want to be a film director, the superconscious won't immediately tell you to write a script in Chinese, unless that's in your ability, of course. It will tell you to write a script and give you ideas on where to attain the resources to get it. If you have an aha moment, or a moment where you slap yourself thinking, of course this is the way, why didn't I think of it before? That's your superconscious at work. And guess what? You'll really know when a superconscious is at work when you feel this surge of energy to take immediate action. It won't be a chore. It won't be a drag. I'm pretty sure you've had experiences like this in your life. If you do, comment below and write it down. Remind yourself and your subconscious how all this worked in the past and how it will work in the future. So that's what the superconscious is and how it works. Now, I told you in the beginning of this video, another way to activate the superconscious is through meditation, chants, prayers, and affirmations. If you want to start on using simple chants, I have two videos. The first one is the Ho'oponopono chant, which you can use for your shadow work for healing and forgiveness. The other is to clear all blockages. You can choose which one you want to watch first. Use either one to activate your superconscious mind. Thank you for watching. Namaste.